Okay, so I have the masters here of content marketing speaking to me, Bronwyn, from mytravelresearch.com about some DIY tips of content marketing that you can practically apply to your business today.
All right.
Go for it.
Joe, kick it off. I'll start. I think with any business, travel or not, there's a tendency to try to cover too much at one time if you're looking at a content niche. So we really want businesses to look at is where can we really be the leading expert over some particular topic. So that's the one thing I would say. Don't try to get 2 or 3 different audiences with your content. Focus on one core group of people that could be your audience. So that's one. I think the second thing is focus on creating a subscriber database of some kind. I think it's really important, especially with the changes that are going on LinkedIn and Facebook and whatnot. You really focus on, at the end of the day, taking all that content and creating an asset out of it, and that means creating a database. I think a lot of us think about throwing content all over the place.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I would really like a database, and then I can follow that customer through a buyer's journey or whatever the process is to purchase. So those are 2 quick ones I'd look at.
So tell me a little bit about owned media, because a lot of our clients are sort of really hell-bent on social media and Facebook, and what have you got to say about that?
And that's great. I mean, like, there's a lot of wonderful examples of tourism groups that are using social media to build audiences, and I have no problem with that. But my concern is if you look at Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or SlideShare or any of the followers that you're building, you don't own any of those connections. They could chop it off tomorrow and say, "Oh, sorry, I know you have 1 million followers, but you can't have access to those anymore." So that's my concern. So right now, playing by the rules that there's an opportunity there, but what I really want to do is how can we convert those people through those channels into our own audience at the end of the day. So that's where I would go. I don't know if you have a take.
Thank you, Joe Pulizzi and Todd Wheatland.
That was great. Yeah, thanks for asking that.
Wonderful.
I think building on what Joe's just said, I think you have to have a plan. It's great to play on different platforms, but you really need to seriously think through what's the process that you're going to try to bring them into your own world, and that ultimately has to be either a subscriber list or some other way. People follow you on Twitter. What are you doing to connect with those people into your own platform? Very few people really do that well because it's a little bit difficult, right? But it's much easier to spend the time on those platforms and get distracted by the shiny baubles. Then the rules change and suddenly you're at risk. The other thing to the earlier question you had was, I think one thing that there's so much content coming out, there's so much explosion and volume out there. Don't feel the pressure too much to really go for volume and the lowest common denominator. Take the time to invest in yourself and the confidence of who you are, and that tone of voice you develop, that uniqueness, is that something that no one else can be. That is you, and that confidence to go out and be you in a marketplace and have an opinion and have a view, that's the sort of content that people connect with, because it's not bland, it's not anonymous, it's actually an opinion, and people want to connect with something that's got a strong viewpoint.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
No problem. Good luck.
Golden nuggets.